I bid you welcome, or welcome back. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh wait, I know. I think this thing has something to do with it. Yes, that is completely correct that you see here. YouTube just bugged out completely, so this is actually 94 milliseconds because I just uploaded 94 milliseconds ago, and for some reason it says days. I don't know what's the deal with that, but yes, that was a really awful thing to happen. And yes, since I just uploaded a video, I totally remember how to make videos, and I wouldn't need like a practice run if I wanted to start over again. So totally unrelated, I just wanted to draw something randomly here. And it's also gonna be a really nice opportunity to just practice possibly my new favorite way of digital painting, combining the hard round brushes with a whole bunch of regular ones. Since I've been consistently uploading, you have seen all of these experiments that I did in the recent past. Yes, and I will explain all of what we're going to paint today in the voiceover. And here we go again. I was missing for 3 months and I won't explain anything, at least not in this video. So, what are we painting today? I made the second part of a new series I just randomly started, which is about horror movie villains killing my original characters. I'm doing totally fine, by the way. I know that sounded concerning. They are canonically okay and unharmed, but more about that later. The second one features my character Sunshine, the Frankensteinian monster, and Ghostface from the Scream movies. But before that, what about the first piece of this series? I will briefly stop and tell you about the tragic tale of part 1 of this challenge. I was just doodling one day, and that picture on the screen is the point where I remembered to press the record button, so I don't have the first stages of that piece, unfortunately. That one features Freddy Kruger from the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise and my kind and forever selfless character Violet Rosemary, who is being slashed by Freddy without any context or reason. If you've seen any of my stuff before, you might be aware that I really like 2 things in my works, and one of them is the absolute nicest and kindest and most comforting wholesomeness, and the other one is whatever this is, like this almost comforting kind of horror where it's heartbreaking, but in a kind way. I don't even know what those lines I just typed mean, but I'm not rewriting them. Okay, I am. So what I'm trying to say is I aim to make things that can comfort people by using tools of horror that are meant to acknowledge and bring forth very real fears in a format that is not so terrifying. At least that's what I aimed for myself when I made these. Are you afraid of violence and death? How about you process those emotions by creating a piece of a character who is dear to you, going through that process of becoming the victim of said violence and fear instead of trying to repress those emotions like everyone around you does, only for it to plague their minds and distort them into sources of violence and death to be inflicted on others to fuel the endless cycle of suffering. Sorry, I was way too real for a second. I once heard this quote somewhere: horror is there to disturb the comfortable and comfort the disturbed. So come with me and experience a little piece of that as I get my own characters killed in the most gruesome ways, so you too can process your emotions through them. Amateurs do this with their sims, and people like me who were cursed with the endless need of visual self-expression do it this way. So the second piece of the series features Sunshine Honeybee, my main OC, who I love dearly and who checks off half of the cringe OC tropes checklists. Now this picture on the technical level is nothing special. I did include black clothing on both characters since Ghostface is always in black, and Sunshine is forever glued into the black dysphoria hoodie as our androgynous monarch. It features a lot of dark against light parts, lost edges on the clothing on the 2 characters, and some nice rim lights for really sharp silhouettes. I also took some funny reference photos for the face, which is in the middle of biting into the hand of Ghostface. Ever since every one of us saw Shawshank Redemption exactly once only to never talk about it again, and the cool ones among us also read the short story, we all know how brain trauma makes people bite so hard you're unable to force the jaws open with your bare hands. So Ghostface here is about to have some really hard time trying to catch the next victim with Sunshine hanging from their hand like a mousetrap from Tom and Jerry. And yes, I did attempt to give the blood coming out from Sunshine's head a sticky and thick consistency, showing that it's mixed in with the brain matter. Is it accurate? I doubt it. Did I try to look up what brain matter outside of the skull looks like? Yes, but I didn't get closer to the solution, so I just kept it the way it felt right. Another one of those sentences that sound concerning. There's a thing I don't think I talked about on this channel yet, but all these images I make of my OCs take place in the same thing that some people would even call a universe, and our visual narrator for this universe is Sunshine themselves. Since Sunshine is an artist, creator, kitschmaker, everything that I made in my life also exists in their world, and they were all made made by Sunshine, meaning all the pieces I make of Sunshine are self-portraits that they made of themselves, including this one with Ghostface, and the one featuring Freddy and Violet is made of their friend. So when I make all these pictures that feature Sunshine and their friends from the story being killed by different horror characters, they were made by Sunshine partially as a joke, a fun project, but also as a way of them coping with the fear of losing their friends, which is a very real thing, especially given the fact they are all either part of commonly targeted minority groups, or they are individuals who suffer from health issues, or the combination of both, because I just went way too real once again. And you know, that is just a little bit less terrifying when you die in a cool way by the hands of a slasher villain instead of other, much more real alternatives, especially if it involves hurting them in the process, such as biting them in the hand harder than you ever managed to bite anything before. Sometimes I wonder if people listen to some of my videos and just wonder what's wrong with this person. Are they just tryharding it? Are they actually just mentally disturbed beyond words, or is it just the result of someone thought vomiting into a text document without rewriting anything that nobody will actually listen to? So if you hear this, please comment Sunshine is toast, alongside with your suggestion who one of the next horror characters should be for this series, and I promise I will consider making it. I only have one fleshed out idea for one more piece of this series, and yes, it will include a chainsaw, so please don't pick any more chainsaw killers, that's my only rule, and I will whisper to your ear that it is not going to be Leatherface or any other character from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, but it's gonna be a secret. This script is over 1,000 words long now, and I keep wondering what I just missed. So, actually important stuff, I have a Blue Sky. Follow me on Blue Sky, and I also made a Google Drive folder with all my finished pieces accessible as public domain, going back as long as 2019. Check those out, you know where to find them. Also, yes, this was a practice video because I really struggled to sit down and work on videos the last 3 months. I might talk about some of the reasons. One of them is my dad unexpectedly died back in January, but I'm also attending a designer course, IRL. Yes, I'm no longer 100% self-taught. Sorry to disappoint all of you 2 people who will watch this video. Maybe one day I will make a live update or just talk about some of this. The picture is done. I did remember to add Sunshine's necklace this time, but I almost forgot to add the scars on the face, the horizontal ones. But everything got their place in the end, and now this series has 2 finished pieces, and we are back with a video, so I have a good feeling about this. Please, someone who never had a testosterone puberty, give me your vocal cords, so I'll feel better about my voice quality in the recordings as well, without any effort. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day, create something even if it involves a morbid topic that gives you comfort and might make your day easier, and remember to have fun while doing that. Hail Satan, hail thyself, and farewell. Especially farewell to the car that keeps running outside of my window that keeps ruining this part of the recording. Okay, I just listened to it and it's not audible on the recording, so bye bye.